Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to dig into the most critical thing you can put on your bike, and that is the tyres. But more specifically, we're going to look at the Continental mountain bike tyres setup, casings, tyres, pressures and tread patterns. Now, Continental, that's a name that's synonymous with quality and excellence, and it's no different in their mountain bike tyres. I've been putting these through their paces in all the casings available and all the tread patterns, and they've got their quirks, but let me tell you, I'm impressed. First off, let's talk about traction. These tyres offer incredible grip on a variety of terrain. Just right here in front of me, you've got their hardpack Zynotool, mixed terrain, Cryptotool combo. We've got my downhill Cryptotool, and then at the front here, we got the Argatool for loose conditions. But let's not just talk about grip. Let's talk about rolling resistance. And let me tell you, these tyres roll incredibly well. Thanks to Continental's rubber and tread pattern, these are probably some of the fastest and grippiest tyres that I've rolled on. This one here is a Zynotool. This will be your heavily ramped hardpack tyre. These two here will be your mixed conditions Cryptotool rear, Cryptotool front. And then right up here, the slowest rolling of the bunch, the Argatool. Now let's talk durability. I've used these tyres for over a year now, so I definitely have a bit of experience with the durability. And they come in 3 casings and 3 different rubber compounds. This one here will be the casing. All right, 1 coloured in will be your trail casing, 2 coloured in will be your enduro casing, and 3 coloured in will be your downhill casing. There's another casing here that I don't have, that will be your trail casing. I initially had a trail casing tyre with their hardest rubber, and it rolled extremely well. It was, when I put it on, I noticed it. But I put a hole in 2 of those with the trail casing, so I wouldn't recommend them for anyone that does any serious gravity work, enduro work, just light trail, cross-country type stuff. We'll step up to our enduro casing. Now I've used this extensively. I've currently got it on the rear on my bike, and that's been on there for about 2 months now. I haven't done an enduro casing failure yet. It does seem to be extremely strong, good enough for an Exo Plus Maxxis and above equivalent. Extremely happy with those enduro casings. So now let's talk about the downhill casings. These are my downhill casing pair that I've been using, both Cryptotools. And you got to think about the downhill casing as the downhill casing is the only casing that comes in the super soft. See, that's soft and that's super soft. Now in the soft compound, I've been running this on the back for 6 months, and I'm extremely impressed with it. Extremely impressed. We've got light feathering. If this camera focuses, we've got light feathering. This has held up far better than a Max Terra Maxxis ever will, and it also rolls a lot faster. Extremely happy with this in the soft compound. Now the super soft, I've only been running that for a little while now in the downhill front. So super soft front. I don't know if you can tell. They are definitely softer by touch. I tried to get a durometer for this, but it got lost in import somewhere, so I don't have it for these testing. But I don't think these are quite as soft as a Max Grip. Either that or there's a lot more lug support on the side, because these don't flex over half as much as a Maxxis will, but they do still feel very soft. So durability, trail casing, I would just stay away from the trail casing. Enduro casing is extremely durable. Haven't failed one yet. Sidewall or puncher, nothing. Enduro casing is what I've put the most abuse into on the back, and again, extremely durable. Haven't had a failure in a year on these. I couldn't recommend them high enough if you're someone that has trouble with tyres. So now I would just like to address the Argatool individually. So I've ran this again a lot. I have hard pack, loose over hard conditions and very minimal loose dirt. We have some big rocky areas. We have some loose over hard, but we don't really have loose, loamy material. This tyre offers probably the most traction that I've ever had on a tyre. These side lugs are extremely aggressive and they face very high up and they're so strong. Look, I'm pushing that. They'll put you wherever you want to go. But the problem that I consistently have is hard pack. On hard pack, you could just hear them starting to let go. There just isn't enough surface area contact in this tyre to run it on a hard pack. If you have mixed conditions, I would really recommend you step down because you just can't get the corners as well with this. It just is too aggressive of a tyre. And finally, let's address the elephant in the room, and that would be the price. Yes, the Continental tyres are expensive, especially if you go for a downhill casing tyre. They can, in Australia, you can see them up to $160, where it's about $120 for a Maxxis equivalent. These are very expensive, but I have never flattered a downhill casing tyre with one of these, and I believe they're extremely worth it. The tread, it wears so well. This tyre here, as I said, it's been on the back for 6 months. If you did that to a Maxxis, I'll run for a month and it looks like this. It just tears up these side lugs and undercuts them hard. Like these are undercut. These are undercut, but that's nowhere near the wear that you'd get out of a Maxxis Max Terrain tyre. Now, I do just want to address a few cons because with any purchase there is a few cons, and Maxxis rules the world with availability and ease of product, everything that you want. So, and the Continentals do have a few that might hold you back from trying one of their tyres. The first one that I believe is a big holdback is their front specific tyre. Only comes in a 2.4 as a wide width. So I would want a 2.5 or a 2.6. And of getting this tyre, I have measured them amongst some other brands. The Maxxis 2.5 Assegai and downhill front come in at about 2.46 on my 31 inner width tyre, and these are 2.41. So these are a true 2.4, and the Maxxis 2.5s are slightly smaller. So you are giving up a little bit, but not as much as you think. The other thing would be the casing availability to their rubber compounds. So their softest tyre only comes in their downhill casings, and in their front specifics individually, I think personally I would want a super soft in the enduro casing, but Continental just don't make it. I don't understand what they're doing with these fronts, and it might just be because it's what everyone else does, but I'm looking for a 2.5 enduro casing super soft, but I can only get a 2.4 downhill super soft, if that makes sense. Bit of a letdown, but don't after trying them on the downhill casing, don't let it hold you back. They are a little bit harder, but from that you can also run a softer pressure. So I've had these down, 22 is a good area to have good support and roll fast. Sometimes I've dropped to 18 on different areas, and the traction is just next level at 18, but you do lose a lot of rolling speed, and I've seen that by pumping my tyres back up harder. You lose a lot, but you gain a lot, so it depends what you need and where you are. So there you have it. If you're in the market for some mountain bike tyres, you don't mind the little bit extra price, the Continental has your back, whether it's hard pack, all terrain or loam. I love them. Rate them over anything else on the market, 100%.